Vectra hosts this event because we really believe in adding value to our customers. By providing them economic insights, education about the economy, helps them drive their businesses to a more successful point. That's good for us, good for them, good for the state of Colorado. Seems like a win-win investment for all of us.
The biggest takeaway from this morning's event was that the Metro Denver region set all sorts of records in 2013. We saw employment increases that we hadn't seen since the year 2000. We saw home sales highest on record. We saw commercial real estate, all of the vacancy rates went down, all of the lease rates went up. In fact, the vacancy rate on the industrial side was the lowest on record. So all of these records that set the stage for a really firm year of growth in 2014. Now, our expectation is that employment growth will be a little bit lower in 2014, but still a very stellar year for the Metro Denver area.
Both the national level and the state level, the biggest takeaways are continued sustained growth. We've had very strong growth at the state economy in 2013. We think we'll have very much similar growth in 2014. So it's sustained and it's broad-based.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from the work that we're doing is that although the short-term outlook for the economy is actually looking good, we are having a recovery. We heard from the speakers that it's likely to sustain. But what it's not translating into is a solution to the state's long-term structural problems. And what I mean by that is over time, the state budget is going to be increasingly unable to fund services as it's funding them today. So while the recovery is helping in the short term, we still have a long-term problem we need to deal with at the state budget level.
The biggest takeaway for me was that the state of the Colorado economy is very strong. We're seeing a significant increase in housing starts, a significant increase in the value of our housing. Job creation in the state this past year was over 60,000 new jobs. We're seeing tremendous strength in every factor of the economy, and most of our speakers believe that that economic strength is sustainable through 2015. On the other side of the coin, however, there are a lot of challenges ahead of us in this country, especially in the state of Colorado, and the focus is first on the new millennials and what impact their buying habits and their societal habits will have on the economy. They're likely to purchase less, which will create less in the way of sales tax. If you also look at the baby boomers who are beginning to retire, they're consuming less. That will have an impact on providing less in the way of tax revenues for the state. And the biggest issue, the big elephant in the room, is really the tax policy of the state of Colorado, which most of our speakers believe will have a negative impact as we look out to 2020 and 2030. So great short-term news, but some real challenges long-term.
If I had to summarize 2014 in one word, I'd say growth.
Close to as good as it gets.
Cautious optimism.
Anticipate the future.